How's it going, YouTube? This is Skul, and welcome to my video game pickups for the second quarter of 2024. Can you believe that we're halfway through the year already? Wow, this year is just flying past. I don't have much to show off today, but I do have a few non-gaming related things that I want to show off first. So, in April, I went to the world premiere of In the Lone Star Wars State. This is a full-length theatrical documentary film that I am in. The world premiere was held in Austin, Texas. I made a whole video about this 2 weeks ago, and last week's video was a almost hour-long interview with the director, Alejandro Cabrera, my friend. And, yeah, so I picked up this poster. I have one signed and one fresh. I can't wait to get these framed and hang them up. Anyway, I'm just throwing that out there to say that if you want to watch this film, again, that I am in, then a link to buy the DVD of the film is in the description. So don't sleep on this film. It's a tremendous film, and I'd be saying that even if I wasn't in it. I kept telling him over and over, hey, if you have to take me out to make the film better, do it. And he kept me in anyway. I also have one other thing here that's kind of gaming related. It's not a game though, but it's gaming related. And that is the soundtrack for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I pre-ordered this the second it went up. I'm probably one of the first people in the world who actually got my pre-order in. I was watching Square Enix's website like a hawk. Anyway, 7 discs in here of beautiful music from the game, and I think that's only about half of all the songs in the game, if you can believe it. So happy to have this soundtrack of the year for Game of the Year, and I mean that. And it also included, as a pre-order bonus, this little, I think this is a notepad with a stamp on it, which I think is pretty cool. Or Scamp. The dog. Cherry dog. Also, before I forget, got some new shelves. This is actually my first video where I have my second shelf up. I made a whole video earlier this year showing me putting up that first shelf, but that second shelf right there, I only put up a few days ago, and my arms are still hurting from it. But yeah, I have over 90% of my game collection now out on display. There's 1,000 games almost on display back there, which is awesome. So yeah, it looks so much better without all those boxes and with all my games actually out there for you guys to see in the background now. Oh man. Gonna be spending a lot longer in this apartment than we had anticipated, so figured may as well make it worth it. So pulled out pulled out some cash and bought some shelves, and yeah, it looks great. You will notice that there on this main shelf that you can see behind me is my Wii U collection. And now that my Wii U collection is on display, and I see just visually, I can see just how few games I'm actually missing, I've decided to pick up what I'm missing. This isn't all of it. In fact, after this, I'm still missing a total of 18 games. Some of them rare, some of them not so rare. My goal is to complete that set by the end of 2025. I'm missing 18 games now. There's 18 months between now and the end of 2025, so I only need to average 1 game a month, and I'll have my collection complete. So, this brings my total up to, what's 165 minus 18? 147 games, thanks to these. So, this month I picked up, or this quarter, I picked up Call of Duty Black Ops 2, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, one of those that it's hard to believe I didn't have this yet, but I didn't. I think the most common game that I'm currently missing is probably Mario Party 10. Darksiders War Mastered Edition, and this is actually still sealed, if you can believe it. Gianna Sisters Twisted Dreams Director's Cut, which is also still sealed. Didn't plan that, it just happened to work out like that. NBA 2K13. Watch Dogs. Kind of surprised I didn't have this either. I remember when this game released and everyone was like, oh, it's the new GTA, and it wasn't. And Wipeout, Create, and Crash. And I actually believe there's another Wipeout game. I don't know if I have it or not, but yeah. So, those were the 7 or 8 games, 7 games it looks like, that I picked up this last quarter. So I was missing 25 games, now I'm only missing 18. I am down to the wire for my Wii U collection. The biggest game I'm currently missing is Book of Unwritten Tales 2. It's not going to be fun when I do have to pick it up. But luckily I have almost everything else that's big. I'm missing Turbo. But I think the next biggest game I'm missing is Game & Wario, which I think is under $100 now, so not that bad. And whatever it is, as long as I average 1 game a month, it's not that big of a deal, right? They're shooting off fireworks at 5:30 in the afternoon, the day before Independence Day. I don't know what they're doing out there. Anyway, I don't even remember what I was saying. I have Devil's Third, I have the Croods, I have a few of the big ones, I have Axiom Verge and Shakedown Hawaii, so I am committed to finishing my Wii U collection, and now I'm that much closer to it. So, last month in June, I went to Alaska with my wife. We had a nice 10-day vacation. We got to go to a lot of cities in Alaska. I tried to do a bit of retro gaming hunting. There's unfortunately not a lot to do in Alaska for that kind of thing. But I did find some things, put that over there, at a few stores. So, first place where I found some stuff was a Salvation Army in Juneau. And I found 2 games there that I'm adding to my collection. So, first of all, we've got Toy Story Activity Center for PC. This is for Windows 95 and 98. And I remember playing this game a lot. I remember playing all of the Activity Centers and Disney Interactive games when I was a kid. Didn't own most of them. Most of them we just borrowed from the library. But I remember playing this one a lot, and I saw them like, you know what? I'll get it. Been a long time since I've added a PC game to my collection. And the second game I got was this, The Hobbit for Xbox. And the main reason I got this is because I saw it on the shelf, and it was one of the few games on the shelf that I knew for a fact I didn't have. I couldn't remember what I had and what I didn't have, and I knew I didn't have this, so I picked it up. The reality is that there just weren't that many games to pick from in the first place. We went all throughout Juneau and barely found a few stores that had, games and movies and stuff like that. You'd think for being the capital city of Alaska there'd be more, but no, not really. It's relatively small. Then we went to Anchorage, which is a lot bigger, and there was a lot of stuff there I would have happily gotten. But I ended up settling for only getting one thing: Horizon Forbidden West for PlayStation 5, still sealed, from a random Goodwill for only $25. And this isn't even the funny part. The funny part is, this Goodwill, I'm not kidding, had over 20 of these. They had a whole pile on top of each other in the glass case, all of them for $25. And, I've wanted Horizon Forbidden West for a while. I was waiting for it to go down in price, and I thought, you know what, $25, brand new sealed, picking it up during my vacation in Alaska, why not? Felt like a good time. Very happy to add that to my collection. I can't wait to play it. The first game is a classic on the PS4. That's my first new PS5 game in a while, too. Besides Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, of course. I did get one new game this quarter, and it was a pre-order that I had placed with Limited Run Games. Arzette! What's the full name of this? The Jewel of Faramore. So, this is a brand new game that was developed in part with Limited Run Games, I believe. Inspired by the Zelda CDI games. You know, the ones that everyone knows. Horribly animated, infamous for being awful games. This is a spiritual successor, except this one is good. So, yeah, I mean, they even brought back some of the Zelda CDI actors to have new roles in this, which I think is funny and awesome. I don't buy too many games from Limited Run Games anymore, but I was very happy to get this one. It looks like a fun game. I can't wait to crack it open and play it. When I have time, I have so many games I need to play, but I've been busy. I've been so busy the last year and a half or so. And finally, we're coming to the last things that I got. So, as I say every single time, I stream for East Asia Soft twitch.tv/EastAsiaSoft 3 days a week. And as part of my payment for streaming for them, they send me games. So these are all collector's edition Switch games that were released during the last quarter. Let's see if I can get these in order here. Okay. So we got Dead in Vinland, the Viking edition, and these are all excellent collector's editions. So they come with the game, the soundtrack, numbered certificate, a manual, and here on the back, you can see every single collector's edition is individually numbered. So this one is the only one in the world that is number 9. And I almost always get low numbers from them. So yeah, Dead in Vinland, Quaidon, Azuma Manor Story. And this one is also number 9, just a coincidence. Says 9 right there. This one is Saint Maker, which is also number 9. Did I know this when I got them? I don't remember. Anyway, this is interesting because this actually contains a bonus video game, and the only way to get that video game physically, it's called the main game is called Saint Maker. The bonus game is called Perfect Gold. The only way to get Perfect Gold physically is by buying this collector's edition of Saint Maker, which I think is pretty cool. It's a very unique way of distributing games physically. And then the big one, and I know a lot of people are excited for this, and I just finished this on stream for them a few weeks ago, so I'm very excited for this release. Janyan Sword 7, and this one is number 35. This is a heavy release. This comes with the game, a certificate, the soundtrack, the manual, and an art book. I had a lot of fun with Janyan Sword 7. There's another Janyan Sword game called Mist Beyond the Mountains that I was playing for pretty much the last year on their Twitch channel on Sundays. I just beat it last week, and oh man, such a fun series. These are Chinese RPGs. Most people don't know about these, and you guys are missing out. This is a fun series. I cannot recommend Janyan Sword enough. So Janyan Sword 7 just released physically. You can still go over to PlayAsia and get yourself a copy, or go over to East Asia Soft's YouTube channel and watch me play through the games. You might find yourself surprised. So we have Janyan Sword 7, which is a 3D RPG, you know, with polygons and stuff, like a normal, modern day RPG. And then Janyan Sword Mist Beyond the Mountains was originally Janyan Sword 3, and it released in 1999. So it's a 2D pixel RPG, very, very similar to Final Fantasy VII in the way that it works. Story's completely different. So there's Mist Beyond the Mountains if you like 2D, and there's 7 if you like 3D. Definitely go check them out. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that wraps up my game pickups for the second quarter. I'm not expecting for the third quarter to have that much. We'll see if I even end up making a video depending on how much I get. I'm at least expecting to get 2 or 3 more Wii U games. Again, trying to average 1 a month now until the collection's complete. Beyond that, I don't know. I can't think of anything releasing that I'm getting except for Echoes of Wisdom at the end of September. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, let me know what you guys got not today, this quarter. Let me know what recent game pickups you guys have. If I were to pick one favorite thing that I got, it probably is the Horizon Forbidden West that I got brand new from a Goodwill in Alaska. That's pretty unique. Anyway, happy to have my shelves up, happy to have all these new games, happy that this movie released that I'm in, so go check it out. And that'll bring this video to an end. Thanks everyone for watching, and stay tuned for more.